Welcome to my home, which is where I'll be doing the show from. Hopefully not that long, as we all try to get our lives back to normal. It is a good Friday and I hope you're feeling good. I am feeling great. Too many stories trended this week. I cannot wait to get into them. My name is Amina Abdurrabba. You are watching us on NTV. We hope you've been keeping you entertained as you are home. We have been keeping you informed and educated on everything relating, of course, to the pandemic that we are currently going through. But of course, in and around this country, other things have taken place. Some of them funny, some of them not so funny. Let's talk about the stories that trended this week.
2 days ago, there were young people who wanted to beat the curfew to go to a party, and guess what they got to go for the party with? An ambulance. That's how bad it
now,
gets.
How desperate would you be to get to a party? Would you want to use an ambulance maybe to get there during a tough time like this? I don't know. Now, I honestly find him entertaining and hilarious. M7, soon to be gym instructor? I don't know.
Take kwenye chupa za vieuzi katika kile kinasemekana ni njia ya kujitafutia umaarufu kutokana na janga.
Now in Nyeri, I think people are doing things a little bit differently. We're going to be talking about them and their sanitizers in just a bit. Now, after the lockdown, hours after the lockdown, a number of Kenyans were seen trying to sneak back into the city, disobeying the orders. But why? Let's talk about it. All right, so now let's get to find out who's going to be hanging out with me tonight. It is Anita Nderu and her first bay on this show, Butita. Hi, guys.
Hey,
how y'all doing? I'm good. How are you, Anita?
Niko sawa too. I've missed you. This social distancing is really making our friendship very difficult.
We have to social distance. Are you social distancing with anyone, Butita, and everyone?
I've not seen Butita in almost a month. But I feel like he's using this as an excuse. This is no longer just social distancing. He's just intentionally taking a break from me, but it's cool.
No, everything is fine
so
on my end at my current mansion.
Butita, do I have you?
Here,
hi, how are you doing?
In a good way. I've not been having visitors of late. Been doing teleconferencing. It's about working online.
All right.
The new challenges.
Unfortunately, I can't seem to get
COVID-19.
any one of them, which is also a technicality that can take place when you're doing a live show and you are hoping or rather praying that the internet will be stable enough. All right, so as we go on, we hope that we will find them or get them rather to hear their opinions about the stories that have been trending, starting with something that absolutely shocked me. Now, when I saw it first, I was very, very, very angry. Now, Africans who are residents in China are being forced out of their homes, hotels, because of claims that they are the ones who brought coronavirus into China. Now, the discrimination is being brought into effect by using government force to eject the Africans from their homes. Now, some of them, of course, being Kenyans, reached out to the trend and asked us, what can we do? How can we help them? We need to, talk about the story. However, when I did go online and I did a bit of research, there was also a story countering that, saying that it's just those who don't have official documents. So I wasn't sure what to believe. But I want to hear what you guys have got to say about this. Anita, did you see this story?
Yes, I saw the story and I found it very alarming and very unpleasant for one reason. And mine was the world has been very accommodative of the fact that part of the origin of this virus seems to have been in China. And we've been very accommodative. Everyone in the world has been affected by it, and everyone is in one way or another affected by it. So then I feel like in this situation where everyone is going through one thing or another, I don't even see how anyone has room for racism of any kind or discrimination of any kind.
Yeah.
Like at this point, all you need to do is come together and try and we just need to beat this. That is the primary purpose of life right now. So life can go back to normalcy. But then the fact that there's people who out there who are still doing such things, I'm just like, listen, we are all suffering because of you guys. The least you can do is try and be the most accommodative country on earth right now.
Yeah. Now, did you see the hashtag trending today? China must explain. I don't know if you've done, enough research, right, on the places that have become, that have been hit the most. We're talking about Italy and now the United States. The numbers are shocking. The number of, the death toll just keeps rising every single day. New York being one of the places that was hit really, really badly. But then now life is back to normal in Wuhan. I think 2 days ago, we lifted the lockdown. People are now sort of like trying to get back to normalcy or trying to get a semblance of normality while they're at it. I don't know if you saw that, but does that surprise you as well? And I don't know if I have Butita now, but Butita, you can take that.
You have me now. Kuna mimi?
Nakusikia vizuri. I don't have you. I don't want to have you, Butita, but I can hear you.
Okay, you can have me. Sasa mimi niliona hiyo kitu ya Waafrika kufukuzwa kwa nini za hizo places. Nikajiambia si ati ndio nikajiambia the fact is that currently the situation that you are going through globally ina need not to discriminate watu, not only in China but in different parts of the world. Unapata hata sisi hapa like 2 months ago, a month ago, kuna case Kibera watu walikimbiza wa Chinese tueni corona hapa, mnakumbuka? So unaona unaona hiyo feeling vile ni mbaya, the same way we are feeling, the same way they are feeling. Na ni mistake kwa country mob, watu wana discriminate for now kuhusu hii ugonjwa ati yeye umetuletea ugonjwa nini. I think ni kitu, it's another form of racism yenye imekaa na COVID-19 which should be stopped actually everywhere.
Wow, Manze, because you're right, even just we don't want to get, we don't want to experience any xenophobia, not us, making anyone else feel discriminated or us being in that position as well where we're the ones who are being made to feel uncomfortable. And I was really worried when I started seeing those hashtags. It almost seems as if it's going to be China versus the world, so let's just hope we don't get to that space. Now, as we move on to the next story, see now, Kenyans, we've decided to misuse those lyrics of Sauti Sol, Soul Generation, Extravaganza, Serikali ikifunika mali, ni wanasema nini, wanafunua mahali government inafunika, or something like that. Now, hours after the president declared the lockdown, right, the cessation, which is a new word now, of movement in and out of Nairobi, Kilifi, Kwale counties for 21 days, some Kenyans have found a way to, just find themselves in the city. Like the roadblocks that they see are just decoration. Ya kufanya tu barabara ikaipoa. Butita, uliona hiyo story? Uliona hiyo video ilikuwa viral?
Hizo ma roadblock.
Hapana, zile wasewa, hiyo, that one. The video is on your screen right now.
Wakenya tunakuanga nilikuambia last time tuko na kaspirit ka kuvunja rules. Kitu mnaambia usifanye ndio mnataka kudu. Unaona kama hizo za roadblock vile gavana alisema kuna kwa Nairobi na kuingia Nairobi. Unapata kuingia Nairobi imekuwa na entrance fee na imekuwa na alternative entries. So unashindwa, kwani sisi unaangani kama tunaifanya for someone ama tunaifanya for ourselves wengine, because if you look at it in depth, it's about yourself, unaona, ni wewe unaprotectiwa.
All right, well, Anita, what do you think?
I feel like all I'm doing is constantly just defending the fact that I feel that even when as I understand why they've taken these measures, and it's a good thing that we're taking this illness very seriously. However, some of these people, if they do stay home, how are they going to put food on the table? How are they I get it, they don't have to come into the city. We're trying to lock down and we're trying to make sure that the disease does not spread to other parts of the country. But then what are these people supposed to do? There needs to be some sort of measure taken. All this money that's always being stolen, surely. There has to be a way that the government can cushion their citizens so that by the time you're telling someone, don't come into the city and don't leave the city and stay at home, you cannot go to work and work from home. However, you may have a job that does not require you. There's no way on earth you're going to work from home and still make money. Maybe they should now start working on how they're going to help these people get money.
Actually,
and how they're going to get food and how they're going to, take care of their children and how they're going to protect their families. And then maybe then, at least if those measures are in place, they would be less likely to be using pioneer routes to sneak back into the city to get some money.
Amina.
That is very true. You do raise some valid points. Sema Butita.
The only place naweza tetea watu in the short notice at the same day. But if after that day we can still see these cases zina happen, watu wanapitia places zingine kupita, yes, inaweza kuwa about venye uta get food na nini, but again bado zile risks zinalenga watu, unaona wame crowd pamoja nini, so bado at some point inaenda kuwa more risky than hata ile kitu yenye unatafuta, unaona.
No, yeah, but I get it. But you know, some people sometimes are actually willing to risk their lives to just have a life in the first place. How many times have we seen such stories in this country?
Kuna mzee hata
No,
Kariobangi.
it's true. I completely agree with both of you. Yeah. All right. Well, I know that you also do have your views at home. And a quick shout out, by the way, to so many Kenyans who've come out as usual at a time like this, and they're helping families who are in need. There's so many companies, so many corporates, so many successful, wealthy people who've donated their own money. You know, they've donated masks and sanitizers. You know, when we talk about the social distancing, it makes sense maybe if you do have some food in the house. But if you have kids staring at you and you live hand to mouth and you need to leave the house today to make money, it's a very different story. So if you have something that you can help, you know, your neighbor with, saidia. Alafu sasa mwambie abaki nyumbani, you know. We'll get back, we'll talk some more. At The Trend Live is our Twitter handle, #TTTT. 100 million artists. We're going to be chatting about that after the break. We're going to be back. Don't go anywhere.